Welcome, my beautiful souls, and welcome to a special reading for Sagittarius. This is where we are looking for soulmates, soulmate unions, not just looking for a soulmate, but when is your divine timing um, for this love to come together. So, what I'm doing in this reading is I'm going directly to our spirit guides and I'm asking 6 questions. Um, and I have to say, I love this format because they answer these questions. As many of you know, I do read through our spirit guides. I say our spirit guides. First of all, I feel like we're all one big soul family. But number two, your guides know that you're here. Some of your guides may have even sent you here. So this is about love, not just any old love. And this is why I ask for a soulmate or twin flame. I'm not looking for, someone that you're going to spend a couple weeks with and then that's gone. And I have a feeling you're not looking for that either. So we're looking for soulmates. Um, and I feel like something is telling me that the love in this reading, it's interesting. I feel like you have connected before. So whether that's in this lifetime, a past lifetime, or both, we'll see. But let me tell you the questions I'm going to ask. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to give the decks a quick shuffle. They're always pre-shuffled. So number one, I'm going to ask your soulmate's subconscious thoughts about you right now. And again, you don't even have to know who this person is. That just means that they're also seeking. They're seeking a high vibrational love. Otherwise, I feel like they can keep going. Now, for my Sag, just like high vibrational or nothing. We're not looking for perfection, because we'll never find that. We're not perfect. We were born imperfect, but there's a lot. I feel like soulmates can really help heal like those last broken little pieces. Certainly can make you forget about past hard relationships, or at least the feeling of them. All right, let's give crystal vision. I just like to give everything at least one shuffle with you here. So I know it takes up a little bit of time, but I think it's important. All right. So we're going to start with Mother Mary. Um, so I was telling you the questions, right? And then I forgot. Number one, your soulmate's subconscious thoughts about you. And then we're reversing that in question two, your subconscious or even conscious thoughts on them. Number three, 2025's potential of meeting. I'm not interested in like what's happening in 2026, though. You may meet, chances are you're going to meet in 2025, and it may then turn serious in 2026, or could be love at first sight. We'll see. Number four, did we love here or a past life before? So, literally asking that question. I know you're soul connected. Did you love? And every time I ask that question, it makes me want to do a past life reading. So, one is coming. I just feel like it has to. Um, Number five, divine's energy in supporting this union. Now, I have to tell you, I planned on doing your reading yesterday, but something pulled me away. And now I definitely feel like this was the right time to do your reading. So I always trust that. I trust the signs, I trust what I'm feeling, but I do feel like it is your divine time for this reading. And then last but not least, we're going to ask what major arcanas are supporting this union, or really supporting, connecting. Let's use that word. What major arcanas energy is connecting the two of you. So that will be the last question. And then if we feel like we need to clarify, then I'm going to use the cosmic tarot. Let me grab the last drink of coffee. Do you ever have those days where it's just like you can't get enough coffee? That would be today. All right. I am going to open up the reading with Mother Mary, though. So let's officially open up the tarot portion. If you enjoy the video, I appreciate you hyping it. And, I don't like to ask for things, but I feel like this new thing that YouTube started, well, it's new to me anyways, hyping, is a great way to help your, like, a creator that, that you follow, that you enjoy. It's a great way of helping YouTube to promote their video, without any cost. Because I know it's hard, for people to make donations at this time, but typing can really, really help. So I appreciate that if you do, but that's only if you enjoyed the reading. All right, enough talking. Let's get to the reading. Oh, well, okay. We'll take what's face up first. Truth. I am lovingly honest with myself and others. Truth. Signs. Sun, sun, everywhere, sun. I watch for, notice, and trust the signs that heaven continuously sends. Interesting. So that means you're being guided. Number one, you're always being guided. But I have a feeling what this is saying is for the majority of you, your signs are going to be in this reading, but not just this reading. Like, pay attention to, like, if you see triple or, yeah, if you see triple numbers, like, let's say more than once in a day, take a moment and just look up that number. Like, what does angel number 555 mean? And because that's often like a message for you also. I even put that on someone's reading, like they got the fives were just out of this world. So I put hashtag 555. So anyway, sign everywhere, sign. I'm lovingly honest with myself and others. Okay. So now we're going to get to the questions. By the way, I should have told you, I'm using the Tarot of Dreams to answer the question, and then I have the Crystal Vision above, kind of like a clarifier, and then I have the Gilded Tarot below. So we're trying to cover all bases. Okay, just want to connect. Just remember, I am the messenger. All right. Your soulmate subconscious thoughts of you right now. The Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. I feel like, it's interesting because the first thing I felt was that you were a risk taker. And this has nothing to do with the Eight of Pentacles. This is why sometimes I have a harder time teaching tarot because I go by what I'm feeling right away. Eight is about a new beginning. Interesting. I'm wondering if some may work together. But I do, and I did Virgo's reading before you, right before yours. So some of you may be tied to a Virgo, or, not that I want to keep it at Virgo, but that's also Virgo's energy. Let's go above it. Nine of Swords. And then the Sun. Interesting. So the Sun is the ruler of Leo. But the Sun is illuminating the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is worry. It's unnecessary worry, but it is worry nonetheless. I get the sense of someone, like I feel they probably, well, they have been in love before. And I feel like they've suffered at the hand of love. And this has closed down their heart for a while. But I feel like they want to now come out of that energy. It's like, I don't want to spend my life afraid of love due to other love. And the Sun is the illuminator. So this person, their energy is being illuminated. This worry is being illuminated. But again, remember the Nine of Swords is unnecessary worry. So that's what's being illuminated. And I feel like it's even answering a question. Like if this person is worried about, let's just say true commitment or, something that will last. Eight of Pentacles answers that question. Whatever you focus on will grow. So if you focus on this love, then it will grow. And I love that the Sun is here. The Sun is like that playful energy. Sometimes I feel like, even though I am looking for long term, but hopefully the rest of your life, I get the sense that it has to start at the beginning. It has to start at the beginning, even if you already know who this person is. But there's a reason for that. Number one, because if this person brings this worry forward, well, that's going to put, a whole different look upon this love. So I feel like their spirit guides are illuminating that. I do feel like they're seeking love, but they're afraid of it also. All right, so let's now look at you. So we're just reversing the tables. We have the Three of Pentacles next to the Eight of Pentacles. You creative souls. Hello, Ace of Cups. Look at this, the Eight of Pentacles again. Look how it's connecting you two already. Eight of Pentacles now mirroring that Ace of Cups. No wonder I felt this Eight of Pentacles was also answering a question for this person. How do I know if I give my heart that it won't be stamped upon again? Number one, I definitely feel like what this is talking about is you're much more like-minded than, let's just say, the people before. What I also love is the Three of Pentacles in any love reading. Yes, it does speak about your creativity and really being admired for that. It's like recognition and reward. It's really what it stands for. But it speaks about your individuality and being proud of that. Like there's no one else on this planet like you. And that's a fact, Jack. That's a fact, Jack. So, interesting. Even this Nine of Swords next to that Ace of Cups, I felt that. Like that's what they're afraid of. Not that they don't want love, they're afraid of love. I can't help but think there may be a few who may work. You either do similar things in life, or you're both very creative. But yet I also feel there could be some of you who work together, and in the Three of Pentacles, there is usually people admiring you, but you oftentimes don't know that. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. So 2025's potential, which is only 4 months, little less than 4 months away. So the potential of meeting, coming together, whatever we want to say. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you something. Virgo got the Palace of Cups in the same place you're getting the Palace of Pentacles. There are so many pentacles on the table right now. Palace of Cups. And we're talking about the potential of meeting and all the pentacles before that. Man, I mean, you want to talk about a house of abundance. Just look at it. It's like your kingdom. Listen, it could be a trailer, but if you're together, it's your kingdom. A castle's made of gold. Four of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords. I don't want to keep comparing this back to Virgo's reading, but my God, and I'm using different decks. Potential communication. Remember when I said I felt like there was like someone admiring you? Well, in that case, I feel like they may step forward. They may approach you. I was going to say tell you, but it may, like this conversation may open up in a different way. What do I mean by that? I mean, like, I feel like there's something of a creative nature that both of you are interested in. You may be doing something and they may be thinking of doing something, but it has the similar undertone. I also want to say with the Four of Pentacles here, because we're talking about the union now, Four of Pentacles to me speaks of the foundation. But if you just look at this person, this also asks you to not hold on to your ideas too tightly. Now, I know exactly what that means because soulmates are often different than those we have loved in the past. Why? Well, because we've learned, we've grown. And if they are a soulmate and it's meant to be, then they too. We already see them growing. It's like I feel like someone is trying to find the boldness to approach you, to communicate with you. I feel like the couples in this reading, I feel the strength and the stability, the potential of that, like something that truly will last forever. I feel that. Even the sun illuminating right now or mirroring the Ace of Swords. Well, we already know the Ace of Swords, at least at this table, is truthful communication, truth, Mother Mary, signs. Okay, well, let's keep going. And then if we want to, we may come back and clarify a few things. Did we love here or in a past life together? And by the way, before I move on, I feel like the Palace of Pentacles is the potential of actually coming together. It may start with a simple like conversation. And whether it moves slow or quickly, I feel like it's really going to depend on the people, because again, this person has that Nine of Swords. It is unnecessary. And I do feel like I feel like for some, this person already knows you and they're trying to find the courage. That's the word I'm looking for, the courage to reach out. Not only do I feel like they may know you, but they may already love you. Interesting. All right. So where were we at? Did we love here or in a past life before? Look at that. The Ace of Swords again. So the Ace of Swords, number one, is my yes card. So the answer is yes. That's clear. We have Queen of Pentacles. Why am I not surprised? And then interesting, the Five of Wands. You know, this can talk about friendly competition. It can be drama filled though. It is the five, so it's about change. Some of you, this could have been someone you were with, not only in a past life, but also in this life. And things could have gone haywire. Like things could have gone to the ego. And this may be another reason why this person is like, I want to reach out, but have you lived together in a previous life or have you been together in a previous life? The answer is yes. Like that Ace of Swords to me is like, boom. The answer is yes. But I don't feel like it was issue free. No, I don't think it's anything that, let's just say, it wasn't issue free. But it's interesting because I'm also feeling in a past life. It's interesting. I feel like there were people fighting over you. And I don't know if I'm picking this up right, but I feel like someone was defending your honor. And in doing so, I feel like something happened to them, whether they were imprisoned or whether they died. Something happened, but it was defending you. Interesting how I'm picking that up. It was, I meant to say, it was defending your honor. And as we keep moving along, the sun is going to help illuminate. It's already illuminating to me what that energy is. Now, for some of you, if in this lifetime you were together, what I want to say though is don't wish and hope for someone who just is treating you like shit. That's different. Someone who ghosts you and then contacts you and then ghosts you. That is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a type of love that has the potential to last for the rest of your lives. So if there is someone who ghosts you and then right when you're ready to move on, and this may be Listen, this could be either way because you could be in that Nine of Swords. And maybe both of you are in that Nine of Swords. But again, I want to make that clear. This is not like taking someone back who, let's just say, doesn't know how to love. Because I really feel the opposite. I feel like this person wants to love, they want to have a partner. And the fear is the way that they were treated in the past. And I don't feel it was you. I feel it was just free will, to be honest with you. But they've learned from that. And that's a good thing. We want them to learn from their past experiences. We don't want them to pull their past experiences into the present moment. It's not that you won't talk about it. You probably will. But I feel like when you talk about it, you may find a lot of similarities. You know, just the way the Ace of Swords came out for past lives. And again, that is my instant yes card. Um, I don't know. I just get this sense that it's another chance. And boy, I feel that energy of like someone defending your honor and then paying that price. And if, all of a sudden I feel a little devastated as because I feel like they were taken away and all they were doing is defending your honor. But it may have, like, someone may have used a sword. Hmm. I definitely got to do a past life reading. All right, but let's keep going. So what is Divine's energy in supporting this union? How's that? Ten of Cups, House of Love, House of Harmony, laughter, joy. This is what the sun brings, right? The playfulness, the romance of it all. This is what Divine is telling you. Like, this has the potential. Listen, combine families, I feel like in all different ways. Wow, okay. Let's look at this judgment. Why am I getting excited? Because judgment is calling you to the present moment. Why are they calling you to the present moment? I'll tell you why. Because they're sending signs. They're guiding you and this other person. They're guiding both of you. That's exactly what judgment is about. It also can give us a time period. This is not something, and I was very clear with my guys. Like, I really want to know about 2025 and not beyond. Though the Ten of Cups, the Palace of Cups tells me that this is going to go way beyond. So, Judgment says, get ready for a rebirth, baby. Get ready for a rebirth right above the Ten of Cups. When? Now. Why? I'm going to send you the signs. I'm going to help guide you. It's going to help ease your heart. Trust in me. Judgment is about putting the past in the past, right? That's what judgment asks. When I see judgment, I feel like the energy it's calling for is the Fool. Like the willingness, first of all, to see the signs and then to take a chance, to take a leap of faith. Just taking that leap of faith, it's not automatically dedicating you the rest of your life, but you're going to allow yourself to experience it. like, I feel the less, what's the word I want to use? Let me put it a different way. The more that we're able just to flow with this energy, I feel like the the stronger this love grows. It's already soulmate love or twin flames. I feel like I have to say both. So, when? Soon. How? The signs are going to guide you. It feels like it's going to come through some type of communication. Again, some are going to reach out who've been wanting to reach out, but they may not know. All of a sudden I get this feeling like some of you. Okay, I'm going to tell you a quick story because this is what I'm feeling. I remember when I got divorced, way back when. I was in a town that I didn't really know. I didn't know anybody in that town. I hated that town to be truthful. Um, but I became lonely. You know what I mean? Like I became lonely, and I'm not someone who likes to go to a bar by themselves. Now, this is when I was back in my late 20s, I think. Um, but something like I just had to go out. And there was a bar a couple blocks from my house, so I went to that bar and I was just sitting at the bar. I didn't know anyone. And you know how you just kind of watch what the bartender's doing. And then I had some guy come up to me and he said something like, I was going to ask you out, but you look like a bitch. Like you look like you think you're better than. And I was like, what? That was the opposite of the energy I thought I was portraying. You know what I mean? So people can read your energy wrong. Why am I telling you this? Oh, because I feel like in the Four of Pentacles, that may be how someone was reading you. Like, you know, what's the word? I want to say off hands, but that doesn't make sense. Oh my God, the world. So, you know, this feels like the rest of your life. Judgment is the beginning, right? Opening the door to what? To the Ten of Cups. And don't forget, this is divine's energy that's supporting you and your soulmate. The world means something has come to completion and something new is opening up. Wow, that's exactly what judgment is saying. And not only is coming under the Ten of Cups, but now the world is mirroring the sun. Nothing to fear here. Why? Because when the sun shows in a reading, it means that anything done in the dark will come to the light. And it doesn't feel like anything in the dark was done. Again, I am not talking about those who have treated you like shit, those who have devalued you. This person is the opposite, right? This person, I feel like they gave their life to defend your honor. I don't feel like that was the plan, but that's what happened. Now, in a past life. So, right away, it tells me the type of person. And let's face it, this Nine of Swords, where I feel like this person suffered in love, I feel like, it makes me feel like, well, not everyone can. Hmm, I feel like this is someone who would value you so much, put you on a pedestal, I feel like nothing has changed from the previous life. Maybe just the meeting, the coming together. But other than that, I feel like this person would still defend your honor to their death. Now, you may not know that in the beginning because judgment speaks of the beginning, right? The willingness to take a step in. There's no need to rush it because this is not about the final destination. This is the journey. This is the romance. This is the building of the two. What beautiful, beautiful energy. Okay, let's go ahead. I don't know if I shuffled these, so give them a quick shuffle. And we're going to ask what major arcanas are connecting the two of you. And I am going to shuffle for this. Number one, we have the Strength card. Um, you know, that's about what you've overcome. That's about the ability to control the beast within ourselves. I love that this person is wearing the goggles, which represent the infinity sign. As above, so below, no beginning, no end. This is about becoming courageous. And I feel like that's what this person is looking for. To me, this represents that potentially both of you really had to find that balance within yourselves. The balance of the feminine, the masculine, the light, and the dark. It's not about eliminating it, it's about becoming one with it. It's not eliminating the dark or the shadow, let's say, because there's times that you may need it. But, anyways, it's also number 8, a new beginning. And I feel like from one lifetime to the next. All right. Interesting. The Hermit. So, I mean, some of you are definitely tied to a Virgo. And this may be why I'm doing Virgo and Sagittarius. Well, why I have done them. Them and now you. Anyway, but this is also a wise old soul. And I want to say this represents 2025. So we definitely have our win. We even have our who. And then we have the hangman. Slow down, you move too fast. So the hangman is seeking spiritual wisdom. Spiritual wisdom to use on this physical plane. Well, mirroring the hermit, that's exactly what they're going to find. The hermit mirroring the Nine of Swords, both Virgo cards, would also represent to me like someone who went through, probably, I'm going to say more than one dark night of the soul. But I feel like they've come out stronger, wiser. And so have you, by the way. Like, I feel like this is definitely representing your spirituality and how you have grown. I don't feel like signs would come out unless it's important to pay attention to the signs, or even just knowing that there are signs, that you're not alone. And this hangman seeking spiritual wisdom to use on this physical plane, it's also mirroring the sun. So we know that this hangman will find that wisdom. It's within. But then It's like going within and then think of the hermit who is really shining his beacon of light outwardly. So, like the natural healer. I feel like it's someone who, and I also feel it's you. Okay, so now I'm starting to feel the similarities between the two of you. Like both wise old souls. There's some of you, this may be your last incarnation on life or reincarnation in life. But that means that you've mastered. And I wouldn't be surprised for some of you if this is later in life. I'm not going to say that for everyone because I feel for a few, this may be someone you start a family with. But then I also feel others, it's like I already have a family, they have a family, but they blend beautifully. Wow. Two eights mirroring each other, two nines mirroring each other. All right, let's look at the bottom of the deck. Six of Wands, victory and success. Hello, Ace of Pentacles. Wow. Page of Pentacles underneath that is like, again, some of you know who this is. But as I say that, I keep feeling like as soon as I say that, I want to say after that, you may know who this is, but then it's because it's a soul connection. So, okay. But the Ace of Pentacles means that it's something is coming into your physical world. And we're looking at love here. Beautiful. The Four of Swords right next to the Nine of Swords. So who's ever going through this worry, but again, unnecessary worry, but it definitely is dealing with love, love that did not go well. But the opportunity to learn from that is probably everything. Especially if both of you have been in lower vibrational relationships and you both are really working on, let's just say, evolving in your lives, then you will notice immediately the difference. And that's what I feel like your guide just saying, like, don't put, like when you are putting affirmations out there for a soulmate, I feel like it's more about the type of person, right? I want someone who is willing and able to commit, right? Someone who wants to build a life together. I feel like this wisdom of the hermit will find its way out into this relationship. And I feel like you're both wise souls. And you both seem to had a lot to overcome. And I feel that you have. Because this Ace of Pentacles literally means that this is coming into your life. This is tangible, kissable. Relates right back to judgment and signs. Judgment is relating right to the Ten of Cups and the world. Like, ready or not, here I come. And I love that they are healed. Doesn't mean every broken little piece is healed. But listen, I feel like when this connection happens, it's almost like I feel like They touch hands, boom. There's like fireworks. So, as I say that, I don't want everyone to expect like, there's going to be fireworks because sometimes there's not. Sometimes it's a quiet little flame that we have the opportunity to really build. Think of the Ace of Pentacles as a seed. And if you nurture that seed, it will only grow. We have the sun that will nurture the seed. We have the water of the Ten of Cups that will nurture the seed. Even two people who, I feel like understand their past journeys and they're not looking at it anymore like, woe is me. Instead, they're looking at it like, okay, that happened. I'm not going to let that destroy my life. I'm going to continue to move forward. I feel like that's exactly what your guides want you to do. And I have to say, I feel like your guides are being very clear with the time. Like, I feel like this is happening soon. I do. I feel like it's happening soon. And I know that you had past lives together. I just know it. And I know what happened. Now, I know that won't be everyone's story, but there feels like there's like avenues off of that. That makes sense. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know, you're going to meet. It's going to be romantic. There's going to be this recognition. You may not be sure, like, what am I feeling here? And I have a feeling they're feeling the same thing once the two of you meet or a conversation is like a conversation begins. What am I feeling? This feels different. It is different. And if you truly trust the signs, if you truly trust your spiritual team, and let's face it, we also need to be what it is we want, because otherwise it's just off kilter. We want balance, right? But that's also what our spiritual team wants, both soulmates balanced. Not perfect, just balanced. All right. Let's bring in the cosmic tarot. I almost feel like that I don't even know what to clarify because I feel like I got my answers. Hmm. Let's look at the Palace of Pentacles. And this is coming under the question of your potential of meeting or coming together in 2025. Palace of Pentacles, beautiful energy. Um, I feel like there's no one who can knock over that, who can destroy the Palace of Pentacles. It was built on a strong foundation. I love the Four of Pentacles right above it because to me it does represent a strong foundation. Though I am seeing where someone may be a little resistant, but I feel like communication may change that. A conversation may change that. But anyways, let's look at it. Let's look right at it. All right, any more information with the Palace of Pentacles? The Eight of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Here's that Eight of Pentacles again. Okay. First of all, I hate this image. I just hate it. I just hate that image. But it is representing Ten of Swords is often a repeat pattern. But this is not a great image. I don't know. But usually you'll see like dagger after dagger in one's back. And I often do feel it's a repeat pattern. Then the Tower, right? So something starts and then it ends. But you know what I feel like? This is either your old energy or their old energy or both. And then I feel like the Eight of Pentacles comes out again as a reassurance. Wow. But I'm used to this. If you are used to this, and you know, like I feel like in the Ten Pentacle or the Ten of Swords, did I keep calling it the Ten of Pentacles? I'm sorry. Um, I do feel like it can become submissive energy. And it is me who has to break myself free from this. And it can talk about a relationship after a relationship that just had not gone well, kept ending in towers. But here's the thing. You have the World, and that speaks of completion. Well, so does the Tower. So I feel like what this is saying is this is the ability to build new. This is not about the past. And I'm talking about without each other. I'm talking about who you loved, who they loved, who loved you, who didn't love you. The Strength card tells me that you really, I feel both have overcome, but it definitely showing us that's probably why I'm seeing that resistance in the excuse me, in the Four of Pentacles, because I don't blame you. But how do I know it'll be successful this time? Focus on it. Put your love in there. Pour the loving waters over it. Put each other first. Honestly, I feel once you come together, you don't even need this advice. But maybe somebody did. All right. I'm going to put that over here. Something is pulling me to judgment. Justice. Interesting. Justice. First of all, card of Libra. It is about balance. She's got those two beams coming from her eyes. Two different directions, though. Interesting. So anyways, justice, it can talk about ties that have been cut. It can talk about divorces. It may be asking you to ask yourself, am I in a balanced state? And if I'm not, why? You know what I mean? And what can I do? Because I feel like the sword gives you the ability to cut. Often, I feel like it's our own thoughts, like the way that we're thinking. But it can represent cutting ties with someone. Okay, Judgment has more to say. We have the Prince of Pentacles. Look at this. The Prince of Wands. Pentacles and Wands. the Six of Wands, victory and success. You know what I feel like? I feel like this is the ability to really look up to each other. Oh my gosh. And then the Ten of Cups. This could be younger energy. Again, we have so many pentacles. And then Wands, you. But it's leading right back to the Ten of Cups again. And it's literally telling us that this can be victorious. Like, this can be it. I feel like what Judgment is saying is to use that sort of justice where you feel you need it. But for some of you, I feel like it's really talking about making you whole again. So I feel like you have balance in your life, but you're not feeling whole. And I feel like that person feels the same way. Like, especially with healing right next to them. So they're healing like the mind, which would make sense, especially Virgo, because Virgo can overthink. Sorry. I'm not trying to tie the two together, but I cannot leave out the synchronicities I'm seeing. So, anyways, I feel like Judgment is just saying balance. That's what Strength card is about, balance. And then I feel it begins. I feel like both of you can look up to each other. It's not one about one being on a lower level, another one being up here. I feel like both of you can look at each other and, let's just say as time goes on, like you're very proud of that person. They're very proud of you. I like this energy a lot. Again, someone I feel like who would give their life for you, who would give their life to defend their honor. They've done it before, they'll do it again. This could even be predestined. And in this lifetime, there could be certain lessons that your soul wanted to learn and their soul wanted to learn. Your soul wanted to experience. I mean, let's face it, you have a lot of energy here of creativity, of building and becoming successful. Yes, it's a love reading, but I see your growth. I see your spiritual growth, but I also see growth within your money and who you're becoming or who you have become. So I feel like because this is similar energy, the one thing I know is I don't feel like this is someone coming in that doesn't have a job, that's not stable. Quite the opposite. Because it's being ushered in by your spiritual team, I don't feel like there's much to fear, but fear itself. But look how Judgment brought us right back to the Ten of Cups again. Okay, last but not least, let's look right at the Ace of Cups. I don't even know why. Three of Swords. That makes sense, right? I've had my heart broken by love. Three of Pentacles right below that. And I feel like this is a great reminder that when you're feeling low, like getting lost in some type of creative project can really help refocus your mind and therefore, help you overcome. Interesting how almost looks like they're at a funeral. Excuse me. Some of you may have lived three past lives together. The Nine of Cups. Inner harmony and fulfillment of wishes. I feel like the days of broken hearts are coming to an end. Is it for everyone? I hope it's for everyone. But I also want you to, the best way to know or to tell, and remember, you are the author, you are the writer of your book. And if you're looking for anything great or, anything of a higher vibration, all you need to do is be able to match that vibration. Inner harmony, fulfillment of wishes. Right over the Ace of Cups. Someone became single and feels good about it. Doesn't mean they don't want love. It's reminding me a little bit of the Hangman. I do want love, but I'm not rushing it. I want to make sure it's right. I'm going to take my time, maybe. I could be telling myself all kinds of things, and then you fall in love and all that goes out the window. But that's okay. And then we have the Prince of Swords. Interesting. You haven't had many swords. Well, we have the swords we have are the aces. 2 aces of swords. I feel like someone has been learning about integrity, the importance of truth within love. Really learning how to be themselves, no mask. I mean, that's kind of a clue. If you feel like you need to be something other than who you are, it's probably not your person. I want to follow that prince, though. One more. Look at that. 2 of Wands. Take a chance on me. Take a chance on you. This is stepping into love. Stepping into love. This is not fear-based. This is passion-based. This is action-oriented. So, there does feel like there has been some time to really overcome, to heal. And that's what life is about. We go through these, 9-year cycles. And the Hermit is a great representation of what we should do in the 9th year, which we are now in. And then it moves into a brand new 9-year cycle, the World. So I feel like this is pulling you right into 2026. Well, I feel like, again, it feels like for the rest of your life. But again, the Hermit, it is that reflection. It is the spiritual growth that you've had due to the experiences that you've been through. What am I holding? So, just taking a step forward. Just going to put my toes in the water. Okay. I think all that's pretty clear. So let's go ahead and bring out the romance angels. Oh, okay. So these didn't want to come up. The 2 swords and the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, passion. Coming in. That's what it talks about. 2 swords, the fear. Now, this was at the bottom of the deck. But I felt like it wanted to be seen. All right, romance angels. Let's give them a shuffle. Let's give them a cut. Wow, we got a few. Getting to know each other. Getting to know you. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. I want you to notice how his sword is down. That means to me, no aggression. This is something that this person wants. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Well, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, they're controlling it. Well, they're not controlling it. They're opening the door to it. And the signs again, like, and that's what I feel like. We are seeing the ultimate destination, depending on everyone's free will, of course. But I know what your spiritual team is saying here. It isn't about, again, where you end up, it's about enjoying it. It's about enjoying every moment of it. Like, no need to rush it. I feel like it will move on its own. Okay, let's keep going. Express your love. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Especially if you're taking your time. Again, that Two of Wands, I'm just going to step into it. I am following the signs. You know, I feel like what it's saying is just allow yourself to be playful. That's really what the sun is, playful, unencumbered energy. And know is that if you decide for whatever reason you want to change courses, you can change courses, right? That is your free will. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Interesting. And then romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, I just wanted to take a card coming over, pay attention to the red flags and see what that meant. And it's saying to love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. You know, this isn't like, let's say you're someone who has like a power job or what have you. This isn't about lowering your standards or like apologizing for all that you've created. This is being proud of who you are today. But, I get it. You do have to love yourself first. And I don't mean in an egotistical way. Just loving yourself first means, number one, you're not going to let old love that didn't work, that may have treated you like shit, have any say so in your present or your future. They are your past. It is over. We have to allow it to be over. And sometimes people just can't love us the way that we feel we want loved by them. We're just on different dimensions, so to speak, but not here. This is about allowing it to flow. I mean, you cannot go higher than the palace. But I love that you have a combination of truly abundance and emotional, mm, loving emotions. Like you have it both here. You have it all. This was not overnight. This was the making of Sagittarius and the making of this other person and the story of how they came together. I feel like one of the clues also, and this may come a little further down the line, but maybe not, is not, how do I say this? Um, how protective they are over you. But I don't mean that in a controlling way. More just how proud and how they love you. Like, don't disrespect my woman. Don't disrespect my man. You'll have to deal with me. It's a past life energy that still exists. But you don't know it until you're in it. All right, I'm going to let this be. Um, I just felt like this is a beautiful reading. And, know yourself in a reading also. That's why I always say trust your spiritual team, trust your own intuition. Some want it now. And it does feel like it's happening soon. But don't forget about, like the strength card, overcoming within, right? Finding balance within. The hermit, looking at my past at really what it has taught me and who I am today because of it, and being proud of that. The wise old soul, the wisdom that you can pull on, that you have within. You always have, but now you have even more. You have the wisdom of all your lifetimes, but now you have the combination of this lifetime added to it. And I do feel, and maybe this is just for a couple people, but I feel like this love is going to come together. And I feel like this may be our last lifetime. Now, what does that mean? That means that you're turning into, well, let's say you mastered this lifetime. Mastering, what does that mean? It means that life issues, I've learned how to overcome, how to get through them instead of like stopping, right? I've learned how to live life according to my terms, to take risk. And not every risk is going to pay off, but it can teach me, right? I get back up again. And that is your natural energy. Get back up again. That's what this person is doing. Okay. I'm going to let that be. But let me just say, please watch for the signs. I feel like they're going to be everywhere. You may start to see nines today. You may start to see eights today. Interesting, I'm saying that. I don't know why. But if you do, take a moment and look it up. All right. I love you guys. I loved your reading. Um, I hope you feel the same way. Can't wait to hear your comments. So, I love you. I thank you. I'll see you next time at our table. Bye bye.